why was Santos expelled?
For being too awesome.
But seriously though, like what was the actual offense he committed in Congress that warranted expulsion?
Yeah, I know he had a bunch of indictments. I didn't vote to expel him. I voted to keep him. But I know that the New York delegation was really pushing hard for him to go. And this was just my theory, is just my thought. I think I think that a lot of the New York constituents and donors that got burnt by Santos were putting a lot of pressure on those guys to get rid of George. Now, if you ever met George in person, like the guys, he's hilarious. I'm not going to sit here and defend George's like persona.
I will.
What he did.
What did he do? I don't know.
Well, they said he used a bunch of campaign funds to, buy, he broke a lot of campaign finance laws. Like he used campaign funds to like get Botox and get like just a bunch of consumer goods and services that you're not allowed to do, stuff like that. Using people's credit cards that were donors to like buy stuff like that. So he had a bunch of indictments.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
that's serious.
But my concern with it is, though, if that becomes the standard, right? You're indicted, and then we can kick you out. We can kick you out of Congress because of a report the ethics committee did. In my opinion, that opens up, a pretty big door, especially when we're watching, former President Trump. They're trying to do the same thing to him. They're trying to destroy him with lawfare and indictments. And so I don't like the precedent. It's why many of us tried to save George, and we saved him more. We saved him in the past, but
because he's not convicted of anything.
No.
Could he be? That's wild.
Oh yeah, he can be. And some of my colleagues, I've talked to some of my colleagues who are lawyers and prosecutors who do believe he will be, but I don't know, man. That's not my area.
I don't know what else that means. I mean, Trump will be convicted. I don't see a scenario in which Trump is acquitted by these liberal juries.
I don't either.
But I would think you would wait until conviction before you expel Congress.
Which is why I think many of us were trying to save him,
But we know Jamal Bowman intentionally pulled the fire alarm. We know he lied about it. He's on camera pulling the warning signs off the door, or he flicks one onto the floor and then pulls the alarm and runs away. He didn't try to open the door. He lied. And I'm surprised that you can have a member of Congress commit a crime on camera, caught doing it, to subvert the political process, and this is it? Yeah. A slap on the wrist?
Yeah, if it was like at 4 a.m. and he was pranking people, that would be different than if he was doing it during
still a crime.
Yeah, but now he was doing it during a congressional proceeding to try and delay the proceeding. Like, that's insidious.
I don't know his intent. I assume it's to delay the proceeding, but did it delay a proceeding?
I don't know that it delayed the proceeding, and I heard that's what his intent was. I don't know exactly what his intent was, but yeah, that's what he did.
He said it was because he was late and he needed to get out the door or something.
Yeah.
And so he took the sign off the door that said emergency exit.
Well, it's funny because a couple of my colleagues, Andy Biggs is in that same building, Congressman Biggs, and he went to that exit along with some other guys, saw that they had already cordoned it off, and so they just went around to a different exit. So it doesn't make a lot of sense that he did what he did, but honestly, I don't know why that surprises you, Tim. I mean, it's Congress, man. How many Menendez has gold bars. I mean,
that's the thing.
It's like,
yeah, that's crazy.
The place is ripe with that type of stuff.
I was hanging out at the local poker room last week, and someone asked, some guy said, I'll make a bet with all, older guy, just out of the blue goes, I'll make a $20 bet with all of you that, he goes, right now, the approval rating of Congress is 17%, but all the 80% of Congress will be reelected in 2024. Yeah. And I explained to him, I was like, well, yeah, it's because we like our rep, we hate all yours. Yeah. So Congress is going to have a low approval rating.
Yeah.
But it is funny considering nobody likes Congress.